It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go. In his face.
Ready. 52 blue. 52 blasted. Striker. Striker.
You got time right there.
Ready. Go.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know what's up.
60 reps. 60 reps.
I got you. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Guys, it's game.
Red, yellow.
57.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Going up top. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 76 yards. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Cougar 19.
Now Gino on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Warrior 70.
Check.
Throwing now is Gino. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
1918. 70 Timberwolves.
Check 3.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Smith on first down. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They snap it to Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
57 to Mike.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Tighten up.
Claude Regs. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
57's right. Quit talking about it and bring it. 57's Mike.
Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's to Mike. 57's to Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, check.
Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Walker with it. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They are going for it. It's Smith. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith on the move to his left. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. To throw is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18, 5 in.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Smith dancing to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Walker now on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make
Cowboy 80.
Again, it's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 43. Check 24. Check 24.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
57. Mike.
Mike Blue. Ready, go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a completion to Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Safety creep.
Oh, here we go. Oh, watch the safety creep.
Striker. 3-3.
Back. Watch that.
And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Trouble. 38. Ready. Go.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Real green.
56 to Mike. 56.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. But their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Up the middle, here's Walker. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
Smith on 3rd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Geno now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Smith, being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Let's go now.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
19, Tiger, 19.
Out of the gun, Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on third down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Smith out to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 57's the mic. Watch 57. In your face.
Blue striker.
57's the mic.
From the 36, Tua.
All day, every day, any day.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Ready.
57, Mike 57. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 50
White, white.
57's the mic.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Forced out to his left. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ready up.
Right here. Switch.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Streak.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Ready.
On 4th down, Smith. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Here we go. Start. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
I got him.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Red. Cougar 19.
Let's get that ball right here.
Mike 52.
Watch the flood. Motion. Pump. Check. Fresno.
Straight ahead, Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Just like that. Mike 55. Now watch one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Okay, break.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 55. You're trash.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
On the double.
Watch 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
And Walker once more. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
On the set.
Check that one, Mike 52 right here.
Mike 52. Blue Dan. Mike 52. Bound to lose 1.
Now Gino. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Let's go, fellas.
On the set.
Mike 57. I got you. I got you.
Black Ultra.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Ready, go.
Tua now on first down. That's caught by Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
60 red. 60 red. Edo blue.
Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ready, ready.
56. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
22 needle.
Here we go.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Here's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
I'm here all day.
Steel, black.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Cut, cut.
Now Tua.
Here we go. Here we go.
Another catch there for Waddle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set, ready. Black 40. Black shot.
65. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Let's go, D.
Tua to throw.
It's going to be a long day.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa looking to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Ready, 45, white. Yellow.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 57 to
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition. He's got a man, complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from 55 yards out. It has the distance, and it is good from 55 yards out. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Pulls it in at the 13. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Finding room at midfield. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
Taken down at the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 30 yards. And the Niners need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Ready?
Mike 54. All day. All day. Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 83 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
We own them.
To throw again on second down. Purdy flushed out right.
Strip that ball.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. He's got room past the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Purdy now to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the 49ers have moved out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Now Gino on 1st down. Returning right back to Lockett. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Come on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Myers connects on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing? Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
57 the mic. 57.
On 2nd and 10, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game as they have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Hurry, hurry.
Back to throw, Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Smith. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Smith on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Purdy. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Flush to his right, and he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now Purdy. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Pick it up with McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go. 8, read. 80 weapon. Hey, echo.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Ready, set.
Second and 2.
Mike 57.
Leo.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Here we go. 50, plant. Look at me. Go. Hey, foxtrot.
Turn up.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Go.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
You got him.
They'll run with ETN. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run with ETN. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Set it. 70 Timberwolves. Here we go. 60 Bobcats.
On first down, it's Smith. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Gino. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Flag, Cougar 19.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Cowboy 80.
Check 50, check 50.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Gino's going to throw. And he's brought down. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
After the interception, here's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 5. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on. Fix the Eagles.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On first down, Smith. He completes this to Walker.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
You got tight.
Ready,
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
79 Broncos.
Smith. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Switch gears.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Watch twist.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 53 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Smith. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
30 base.
Check hot route.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Lawrence. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Etienne once more. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Patterson's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could